January marked the first time since the campus closure that we were able to welcome back a select number of students, faculty, and staff. The theater department began holding rehearsals in the PAC for their spring performances. Chemistry students were able to return for in-person chem labs, and the library reopened 3 days a week, offering students a quiet place to study, computer use, and free Wi-Fi. The Health and Wellness Center opened for limited in-person visits and began hosting vaccine clinics for IVC faculty, staff, and students. And let's not forget our first ever virtual Celebrating Excellence event in March. Our foundation pulled out all the stops to virtually bring this annual event to life. In all, they raised $103,000 that evening to provide much needed support to our students. The foundation also celebrated the first ever naming gift for the IVC Performing Arts Center. Thanks to the generosity of Masoud Reza Noor, an Irvine resident who pledged $250,000 through an irrevocable bequest, our music students will receive enrichment opportunities, and the main stage of the Performing Arts Center was renamed the Reza Noor Stage. Another March highlight was our Classified Summit drive-through. This provided a special opportunity to show appreciation for the dedication of our classified employees over this past year, and to recognize staff earning service pins. During the event, I also had the opportunity to recognize Classified Employee of the Year, Amy Hunter, who has since gone on to be selected as one of the California Community College's Chancellor's Office Classified Employees of the Year. Amy has been an integral part of getting IVC's Caring Campus initiative off the ground. Earlier in the year, IVC was also presented with a plaque from the Institute for Evidence-Based Change for successfully completing the Caring Campus coaching sessions, which we're also able to celebrate during this drive-through event. The Caring Campus initiative is truly transforming the role classified employees play in student success. In April, Student Services hosted Happier, Healthy You meal distribution event, similar to the 2 holiday meal drive-throughs last fall. However, this one had a focus on health and wellness. Along with distributing over 500 prepackaged meals, IVC staff and volunteers handed out health and wellness related supplies and information, including face masks, a thermometer, pedometer, and additional healthy food items. Also in April, our campus recognized Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Awareness Month. This tied in nicely into the work started last year to develop an overarching DEI framework for our campus, which began with the first DEI informational meeting on November 13, 2020. Throughout the year, we've honored many of the rich cultures and identities that make up IVC, as well as provided many opportunities to improve our cultural competencies and skills of inclusive excellence. Our spring athletics team should also be applauded for the dedication and perseverance they showed, considering the regular COVID testing they underwent in order to come to campus to practice and play safely. That makes the conference titles earned by 2 of our men's teams even more reason to celebrate. Congratulations to our men's tennis and men's volleyball teams for earning Orange Empire Conference titles. Way to go. Despite the challenge of not being able to host events on campus, many of you continue to find creative ways to carry on with some of IVC's annual campaigns and events throughout this past academic year. And how can we not forget IVC's first ever pre-commencement drive-through. The drive-through event drew 520 grads, which is far more than the number who traditionally participate in our on-campus ceremony. Grads, accompanied by family and friends, were gifted a cap and gown, diploma cover, and a gift box of IVC memorabilia. Their favorite stop along the way? You guessed it, the selfie station. It was so touching to see grads stopping to take photos with their parents, siblings, family, and friends. And despite not having a customary in-person graduation ceremony, they were still able to commemorate this meaningful moment. And equally exciting was to see the genuine enthusiasm from our Board of Trustees, our Chancellor, administrators, faculty, and staff who cheered our grads on as they drove through the celebration route. The virtual commencement ceremony, which premiered online just a few weeks later, was the final event topping off the 2020-21 academic year. While our campus has largely sat vacant for the past 15 months, that doesn't mean the work of our staff hasn't continued. In fact, despite the challenges, the college and district teams managed to make great progress on many facilities and technology projects. We have several exciting projects that are slated for completion next month. If you've been to campus recently, you may have noticed the solar shade structure added to Lot 6. The structures consist of photovoltaic panels that interconnect with the local utility grid and integrate with the campus electrical system. These solar shades will contribute approximately 1/3 of the current total capacity IVC needs to reach net zero. One last project is the renovations of our fields, including the baseball field, the varsity soccer field, with the creation of a second varsity field and practice fields. This includes installation of a perimeter fencing around the entire area, proper grading and new irrigation, synthetic turf around the perimeters of the varsity fields and baseball field, and natural grass for all playing surfaces. It also includes a 20-foot-high wall to right field of the baseball field and 2 sets of aluminum bleachers for a maximum seating of 96 people for the soccer fields. Again, all these projects are expected to be completed in September of 2021. I would like to use this opportunity to recognize the staff and leadership of Facilities and Maintenance, Technology Services, Health and Wellness Center, Police Services, and many other departments for faithfully serving on ground since the beginning of the pandemic. Looking back at the spring 2021, I can say with certainty that we met COVID-19 head-on. Our students are still transferring to top universities and starting new careers. Our faculty and staff remain deeply committed to student success, and our quality instruction, supportive services, facilities, technology, and innovation continues to be why students make IVC their home. Now, before I begin my opening session presentation, I'd like to take a moment to welcome our newest IVC faculty, staff, and administrators, as well as congratulate those who have been promoted since January.